Hey, it's Emily. Can we have a heart-to-heart real quick? I just wanted to let you know that I see you. And gosh, I know that you've tried every diet and you're just over dieting in general, right? And maybe you've been a longtime listener of the show and have implemented some of the habit hacks I've shared here, but you just haven't been able to be consistent due to, well, life and overwhelm. It's not your fault your habits haven't been sticking for you. You just need to do them differently. You need a habit strategy catered towards you, a busy working mom who knows the value of taking care of her health. But you just need a simple system to create habits that don't feel overwhelming and give you back the energy you need and deserve. So it's time to take action, and this is it. You know, my years of being a fitness professional and training moms in particular, I saw a gap between knowing, that we need to work out, eat healthy, and talk nice to ourselves, and actually doing it. Our day-to-day life is just so unexpected due to the invisible load that we carry that it has just been impossible to make your healthy habits stick. That's where the Healthy Habits Accelerator pod course comes into play. I created my signature program with you in mind, ensuring you'll finish it. It's an audio course, and I know you'll be able to complete it on the go, in the car pickup line, or even taking a shower. In just 10 episodes that you can easily binge in just a day or two, you'll leave with a 21-day plan to build momentum in your habits and feel good in your favorite leggings too. And this is all without dieting. Now, this is higher level habit strategy where we dig deeper into my atomic habit hacking system for women to address diet culture mentality, emotional eating, time, and family challenges with food, chaos, disorganization, confidence, self-care, consistency, and sustainability in your workouts, and time and convenience habit hacks, and so much more. This is based off of research, client testimonials, and conversations with you all as far as your biggest healthy habit challenges that you have. We will cover it in the pod course. Plus, I just added 2 bonus trainings and 150 habit loops to help inspire you to create your own. And we even do bi-monthly group coaching calls when you need my eyes on your habit loops to help you continue taking action. Now, you'll leave with my habit hacking trifecta 21-day plan that is going to give you the confidence that you can make your habits stick and train for life and really just fall in love with the process of making your health an automatic habit that you don't even have to think about even more. And since I love my podcast listeners so much, and to celebrate you, I want to give you $20 off of the Healthy Habits Accelerator pod course. Just go to bit.ly/Healthy Habits pod course and just use the code podcast at checkout to get $20 off. It's linked in the show notes for you as well. I am so rooting for you, girlfriend. Okay, let's get into the show. Hey girl, do you wish you could make your healthy habits stick, but life keeps getting in the way? Are you tired of diet culture telling you to shrink yourself when you'd rather just find true food freedom, move your body for joy, and feel and look good in your favorite leggings? Then you're in the right place. Think of this as Atomic Habits for women. Hey, I'm Emily Nichols, habit and fitness coach, millennial mom, and Taco Tuesday enthusiast. I'm here to tell you there is an easier way than what we've been taught about health and our habits. How do I know? Because I've gone from former chronic dieter to habit hacker through the power of the system that I'm now going to teach you so you can finally stop dieting and just train for life via your habits. Remember, it's not your fault your healthy habits haven't stuck. We just have to do them differently. Are you ready to habit hack your health? Then let's do this. Hey friends, welcome to Habit Hack Thursday. Y'all, we're talking about food freedom today and habits for picky eaters of all ages, your spouses included. I thought this was really important to talk about because when I polled my audiences and when I chat with my clients, family is a big obstacle for your food freedom. And the biggest reason, in addition to time, is actually picky eaters. It's so tricky for us as moms, right? Now, we dig deeper into this inside of my signature program, the Healthy Habits Accelerator pod course, and even one-on-one coaching. We also dig deeper into diet culture mentality, emotional eating, and even simple meal prep habits to save time. But today on this episode, we're talking specifically about picky eaters, and not just with kids, but your spouse too. Like I said, this makes it difficult where you feel like you are creating multiple meals, right? You create this delicious, nutritious meal and your kid just wants mac and cheese, right? Or you make this meal and your husband's like, I don't really like that. And it just opens up extra tabs in your head and can even create tension between you and your spouse if you're on a different food freedom journey. And I get it. You want to just create one meal and be done with it. And the time it takes you to plan out what you're going to get at the store, what you're going to create for dinner, when you actually have time to make dinner, if it's a busy sports season of your life and your evenings are crazy and you either eat at 4 p.m. or 9 p.m., that takes a lot of brain power. And to feel like maybe you're not appreciated, or to feel like you're serving everyone custom orders at a restaurant, girl, it's exhausting and it's opening up more tabs inside of your head. So today we're going to talk about some habits for picky eaters from elementary, middle school, high school, and even spouses. Before we get into this though, I want you to know about a free download I have for you. It's one of my most popular freebies. And I think this is actually really timely. If you're actually looking for help in creating meals and taking away some of that extra brain power, I want you to grab my 5 weeknight ingredient meals where I share 5 simple recipes that are kid and spouse approved. These are meals that I actually create for my family, and it's complete with a grocery list, okay? You can go to bit.ly/ingredient meals. It's linked in the show notes for you too. So in our program, we actually teach a weekly Sunday reset as a weekly habit to help relieve some of the pressure of creating meals for the week and that dreaded what's for dinner question. And we keep kids in mind with that as well. Okay, so let's talk about some habit hacks to help with those picky eaters in your house. These are ones that I have personally used with my own family. And you'll see I use a lot of these with my clients. If you've ever listened to one of my custom habit loop episodes where I create custom habit loops for my one-on-one clients, you'll see I incorporate your kids a lot when it comes to mealtime. And there's a reason why. So let's get into it. So let's talk about some habit hacks for elementary school kiddos who are picky eaters. I'll give you 2 tips for each age group. So this first one is to make food fun. So maybe you can present it in a more creative or appealing way, like using colorful plates, arrange your food in a fun shape. We have one of those plates when my kids were little where it looked like a little bald dude, and I would put like rice for his hair and a broccoli goatee or something. Or create food art to make meals more enticing. It makes it more fun for those real young kiddos. And I'm not saying you have to sit there and take 15 minutes to do this. Literally just arrange it and make it cute. My next tip, this can be applied towards any age or your spouse, is involve them in meal preparation. So encourage your kids to participate. Take them grocery shopping, or if you do online grocery orders like I do, because it's a game changer, have them help you pick out items and tell them what you're going to be creating meals for, or let them choose fruits and vegetables that maybe they'd like to try. Involvement in cooking and preparing meals can increase their interest in trying new foods. I was literally just talking with someone about this at Orange Theory as we were going through the transformation challenge. She said, man, I just really struggle with picky eaters. I'm like, have your kids help you. Even real little kiddos can be involved in some way, somehow, and that gets them more involved. Now for middle schoolers, I always say God bless the teachers who teach kindergartners and middle school teachers. It's an interesting age range, that's for sure. For middle schoolers, I would offer more variety, right? My boys, I know they expect Taco Tuesday every Tuesday. You know how I feel about my tacos, but I don't make the same type of meal each week. It's a taco bar, it's a taco salad, it's enchiladas, it's crunchy tacos. But also, I know I can get in a rut of creating the same meals every week and they get bored, right? So encourage them to try like a small portion of a new food if you're offering a little bit more variety along with familiar ones. Because honestly, they're used to eating the same ones and then they don't feel inclined to trying new foods. Next, set a good example. Model healthy eating habits yourself. Like monkey see, monkey do, right? They often mimic the behaviors of their parents, right? They do, whether you know it or not, or whether they would admit it or not. When they see you trying a diverse range of foods, they maybe become willing to try new foods as well. Like if you don't like vegetables, I get it, girl. I have some friends who are like, I don't like vegetables, and I see their kids not liking vegetables too. Find creative ways to use it or include yummy sauces that are low sugar or no sugar to make it more fun. High schoolers. This is where I think it's important to educate them on nutrition. Teach them about the nutritional benefits of food. I'm always talking about protein, especially for my oldest. He's 16. He's weightlifting all the time. And I'm like, dude, he wants to get bigger and swole. You got to fuel those muscles with proper protein, just like I talk about with the moms I work with, right? It's the same thing with teenagers, but also giving them a variety amount of colorful foods and the health benefits and how this can maybe help aid them in their sports and their focus at school and so on and so forth. And encourage like peer influence, right? Encourage them to try new foods with friends at social gatherings, right? Sometimes their friends are a much bigger influence, hopefully in good ways, not all the bad ways, on them versus you. So have your teenagers step out of their comfort zone and try new things with their friends. Now, let's get into your spouses. Or not your spouses, your spouse. Okay. This kind of goes back to like we talked about with elementary kids. Cook together. Make meal prep a shared activity. Experiment with new recipes together. Do your grocery order together. I think a lot of times as moms, we take on the bulk of this, and your husband might just want a little bit more ownership in that and that will help save you all of that extra time and brain space it takes to create extra meals or feel like you're not being, validated in all the extra meals that you're preparing for folks that are picky eaters. And next, I think this is important to say, respect their preferences. There are just some foods people don't like. Now, my husband, he likes everything. He literally will eat anything except legumes. Like any type of beans, if he has too many, he gets like a weird eczema rash going on his elbow. So I acknowledge that and try not to prepare that for him or just he does not put that on his plate if I have some type of beans as part of our dinner. If you can find some type of common ground, like incorporating elements that he likes as well or having him involved. And if there's something that like a side you're going to make or you're going to make cauliflower rice and he's like, girl, I just cannot, get one of those 90-second rice bags you can heat up in the microwave and be done with it, right? You have to sometimes meet them in the middle. Now, this is not going to be perfect. You don't have to do it all though either. You can see there's a big overlap on a lot of these habit hacks for all of these ages, and a big overlap is to get them involved. You don't have to do it all. Get them involved. Now, you've probably heard my client examples, like I said before, where I create custom habit loops. I always incorporate the kids, right? Or the spouse. It's going to take a bigger load off of you. And that's why as women, we have to do habits differently. And the basis of everything that I teach here at Habit Hack Your Health inside of our programs, the podcast, and one-on-one coaching, right? You're carrying such an invisible load. Let's take the load off a little bit. And like I said, this takes time and patience. So let me know if this helps you. If you want to grab those 5 weeknight ingredient meal lists to help you get started, I take meal prep in a very creative route, as you'll see. And like I said, the meals I provided in the recipes and the grocery list are kid and husband approved. So again, that's bit.ly/ingredient meals. It's linked in the show notes for you. So I hope this helps you as well. Maybe you're the picky eater in your family, and you can all work together to ensure that your food freedom is continuing to stay true to you and helping you and your family thrive. I'll catch up with you next week. Hey girl, real quick before you go, did you know I have a secret podcast where I talk all about why most habit strategies don't work for us women? Spoiler alert, it's not our fault. Visit bit.ly/atomic habits for women. It's linked in the show notes to access my secret podcast series and have your biggest aha moment about why and how women have to do habits differently. And if you love the podcast, the number one way you can thank me is to leave a rating and review in iTunes. That way more mamas can find the show. Love and appreciate you, friend. We'll see you next time.